us that Christ already, based on just what, 2 verses, we done disproved all of what America has put on the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American race since we got to this side of the world. Read that again.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
I would say both.
Both? How you figure? Let me.
Where we curse, where we curse because of our skin tone and what the parents have done to us.
Right. So
but it's also a blessing because we still here doing what we get to do right now.
Okay. All right. So if in the past what was happening to us was because of our skin tone, and it's still happening to this day, that's that's more so cursed than blessed, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of our life is hard. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? We're in the hoods, we're in the ghettos, the slums, right? Why do you think that is? Do you think knowledge of self plays a part in us being at the bottom? Right. That's right. All right, so who taught us that? The white man, right? And what did he use to enforce that ideology or that way of thought? His tool is out here. It's around you. You might have just looked at it. It's to your left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's who it is right there. Get Revelation 1:14. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. So you said a lot of good things. You said we don't see ourselves as above because we've been taught to be at the bottom, right? And they've used that image to do so, right? But let me show you that this image is a lie. And that everything that so-called blacks was taught in America has been a lie. All right? So let me show you that. Come on.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
So this is revealing Christ. Christ the King, Christ the Messiah. First and foremost, it said his hair texture was woolly. What people have the wool texture hair? Wool? Like, you know, like wool is like nappy, hard to get a comb through. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? They got special juices and berries you gotta put in it just to get the comb through. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on with that wool texture, but that hair is found primarily on what people?
Black people.
It's on black people, right? We can all agree. Right. So let's read it one more time. Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So this is describing Christ the King. First and foremost, he had white, woolly hair. Come on.
As white as snow.
Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So his eyes were a flame of fire, because when black people drink wine, what happens to the whites of their eyes? It turns red, right? So Christ drank wine, but in moderation. He was not a drunkard, all right? Come on, let's keep going.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now his feet were brass colored. What color is brass? Brass. It's brown, right? So we already getting a description that's of what people? Of what people are they called today? Of so-called black people. So it's telling us that Christ already, based on just what, 2 verses, we done disproved all of what America has put on the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American race since we got to this side of the world. Read that again.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
And his feet were like brass. You said it was brown. But if you took that brown and burned it in a furnace, what color would it come out? It come out what color? It's going to be black. So Jesus Christ is what kind of man? A dark-skinned black man. Now, what is Christ's nationality? Because Christ didn't identify as a Negro or African American. What was he calling himself? His national? What nation did he descend from? Huh? Yeah, you're right. You got that Hebrews 7:14. So now we got to piece this together. You said his appearance is what color? Black. Now his nationality? Let's find out.
Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
So Christ came from the tribe of Judah. You described one of the people from the tribe of Judah as looking what color in appearance? Black. They're black. So where the hell do we get this from? But you tell me, where did we get this from? Where did this come from? It came from who? It came from the so-called white man. Now, what did he use to put this image all throughout the earth? What did he use? What literature? What piece of documentation did he use? read it, check this out.
Galatians chapter 1 and verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ.
So we have been removed from the grace of Christ. Because now, knowing that Christ is a black man, that dispels the whole John 3:16. All of Christianity is now a lie. It's a falsehood. There's nothing that comes good out of that thing. It's done what? Destroy the black community, has it not? Because under this man, they say, come as you are, stay as you are, right? And our people do what? They in drugs, they in alcohol, they in all sorts of abuse, they in gang violence, domestic violence. Everything that's wrong and wicked in the earth, our people are caught up in. Why? Because we have abused the grace of Christ through Christianity. That's what has happened. Read it again.
I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ.
So guess what, my brother? How you doing? Where you from?
I'm here in Wyandotte.
Wyandotte. What's your father's nationality?
Mexican.
Mexican? All right, so check this out. You come from the tribe of Issachar in the Bible, all right? And what we're going over...
My father's Mexican and Iranian.
Yeah? What's his father? His father's Iranian? All right, well, check this out. Read it again.
Verse 6. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ.
So the grace of Christ was to do what? Teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they are the Israelites. They are God's people. You see what I'm saying? But that grace has been abused. And by that, all nations are now walking around the earth doing whatever the hell they want to do. They telling that Christ is a white boy. Y'all believe in this? Y'all believe Christ is white? You see? But read it. I'm telling you, this is what has happened. I need that Wisdom of Solomon 14:22 maybe. I need that. Give me that. Because the gospel has always been the same. Christ has been black in this Bible since it's been written. You see what I'm saying? But now we got, he's Middle Eastern, he might be Egyptian, all these other things, but no. It said Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah. Right. That's who Christ is. See what I'm saying? But we've all been tricked and deceived. It said this was occasion to deceive the world. That's it, 21.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world.
So Christ was painted as a white man to deceive the world. That's why there's a million other gospels. That's why they put out movie after movie about a man that does not exist. Right. Christ was black according to the Bible. He's the tribe of Judah according to the Bible. Right. And he only came to save you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read it again.
Verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world.
And we've been deceived, my brother right here. We've been deceived because we got to keep the laws of God. We got to keep God's laws. We got to keep God's laws. I see what you're doing, but there's more to it. There's more to it, bro. You got to have fringes on your garments, a beard on your face. Keep the Sabbath day holy. You went into Walgreens. What you going to Walgreens for? What you going to Walgreens for, sir? Give me Nehemiah 10:31. This is the grace that Christ has given us to relearn who we are, but we've been taught lies. Hey, bring your wife over, bro. Bring your wife over.
Hey.
Bring your wife over, bro. Bring your wife over. Yes, sir.
He speaks Spanish. He's from Cuba.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. All right. Hey, what you can understand? I know there's a language barrier, but what you can understand, hear it. All right. Nehemiah 10:31. Yes, sir.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring wares or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
Okay, come on. If the people, las personas, comprar wares, come on.
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
No compramos en El Salvador. You see what I'm saying? No compramos en la Biblia, la ley, no compramos in El Salvador. All right? Come on.
Or on the holy day.
Or on the holy day. That's today, Day of Atonement. Right. You're not supposed to buy. Come on.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord